Welcome back to Zach Collects Stuff. Hudson and I took an adventure today and we went yard sailing. Came across something that we didn't really expect to see. A Christmas popcorn tin. But guess what's inside this Christmas popcorn tin? Can you get it open? Oh man, okay, there it is. Yep. If you can see inside, it is full of sports cards.
I think I just saw Michael Jordan.
You think you just saw Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
I sure hope so. It's full of sports cards. We got this entire tin full of sports cards for $5. For $5. Now, things that I expect to see in an old Christmas popcorn tin, used for a garbage can, yarn from an old woman's house, or just random trinkets. Never have I seen sports cards stored in one of these Christmas popcorn tins. So, Hudson and I are going to tear through these cards, and then we're going to show you the highlights of what we find in here. Hopefully, some Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Maybe some early Derek Jeter stuff. That's what I'm looking for. But there's a lot of basketball. There's a lot of, there's a cool
football.
like Phoenix Suns sticker thing.
There's football.
There's football. There's some baseball stuff in here that I'm seeing. So I'm excited to tear through some junk era stuff. Hudson's going to look through it with me, and it's going to be some fun. All right, from the $5 tin from the yard sale. This is kind of the interesting stuff that we found in there. I'm going to start with football, basketball, baseball, kind of basic stuff, and then I'll show you my favorite cards that we pulled out of it. Cards for football: Singletary, Cordell Stewart, Black Diamond, Corey Dillon, that's an early one, possibly a rookie. It's a draft pick card. Some really cool Crown Royale die cuts with a Sean Alexander there. Got some Diamond Kings, got a Ray Lewis, Michael Strahan, Ron Dane, Montana, Steve McNair. There's a cool Steven Davis Rookie of the Year interactive. Kerry Collins, Dan Marino, Smith, Taylor, Herman Moore rookie. As a Lions fan, I like that one. That was pretty cool. Troy Aikman, Bruce Smith, a couple of those. Got a cool Randy Moss Stadium Club. One of the best receivers of all time. Gonzalez, Tiki Barber, rookie. Eddie George, Jim Harbaugh, Derek Thomas, Marvin Harrison, Keyshawn Johnson. Some cool Stadium Club. Warren Sapp and Thurman Thomas. Will Blackwell, rookie. Reggie White, Corey Dillon, Absolute Beginnings. And some cool like Fleer perforated ones. I'm not sure what they were on. They're from Shell Gasoline. But there's some cool ones here. 69 AFL Divisional Playoffs, 83 NFC Championship Game, 86 AFC, 68 AFL Championship Game. And then a cool Building Blocks. Marvin Harrison, Jim Harbaugh, and Marshall Faulk. There's the football. Get to some basketball here. Joe D from the Pistons, Travis Best, Steve Smith. There's a very cool Alonzo Mourning Young Lion insert from Fleer, 94-95. Malone, Elijah Wan, Robert Ory. There's a cool Jim Jackson, Jason Kidd, Jamal Mashburn, C-Web, Karl Malone, Kerry Kittle's Rookie Rewind. Zoe, Vernon Maxwell, Fleer Metal. I love the Fleer Metal set, especially that design. Chauncey Billups, Dominique Wilkins, Tim Hardaway Skylights. Very cool. Jerry Stackhouse, Hardwood Leader. Mutombo, Tim Duncan. This is an early Duncan. I don't remember what year his rookie was. It must have been 97-98, and this is 98-99. This is probably a second-year card of his. Pretty cool there. Kukoc, Kerr. A cool Grant Hill hologram. Karl Malone, Plus Factor. Abdur Rahim. Isaiah Thomas with the crimping marks across the top. Grant Hill, Elijah Wan, Gary Payton, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Sheed, Stockton. There's a Patrick Ewing that's in rough shape. Got a giant dimple mark there. Isaiah Thomas. Thought these SP were kind of cool. Top prospects of Felipe Lopez, Casey Shaw, and Earl Boykins from Eastern Michigan. And a cool Sean Elliott, Highway 99. And then a very nice Michael Finley, Danny Manning, and Kevin Johnson. Steve Yzerman card there. My favorite hockey player ever. It's in pretty rough shape, but still pulled it aside. The basic baseball cards that we found here. These are from 1990 Topps Traded, so some pretty good rookies in here and some decent veterans. But Steve Avery, Joe Carter, John Olerud. I think the Olerud is an early one. Not sure if it's rookie or not, but Dave Winfield, Barry Larkin. There's a sweet Greg Maddux where he's like taking out the second baseman. Love it. Jose Canseco, Pedro Martinez, Sandy Alomar, Gary Carter. Very nice Vlad Sr. insert there. Pretty cool one. Ivan Rodriguez, Albert Bell. There's a Ken Griffey Jr. But this is the Fruit of the Loom one. Scott Rowland. A bunch of 87 tops in there. Robin Yount, Brandon Phillips, Deion Sanders, Wade Boggs. The Tony Gwynn silver signature, batting title. A bunch of these 87 tops. Just Hall of Famers and legends. Some 1997 Pinnacle Express, or 96 Pinnacle Express, 97. Larry Walker, Mike Piazza, Smoltz, Larkin, Gwynn, Rivera, Jones, Larry Walker, Eckersley, Scott Rowland. I put the Vinny Castilla side. I love the early Topps Gold label cards. The Chef, Greg Maddux, cool Ken Caminiti, Cecil Fielder on the Tigers. Some of the Fleer Metal Universe inserts and base cards. Love these sets from the mid-90s. No big names in here. There's Tatis, the dad, and a Devon White. Interestingly, there was 2 MTG cards in there. The Star Compass, which I looked up, doesn't sell for much, and the Great Furnace, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is about a $4 to $5 card. And we have the cards that I found very interesting. So, start off with these 4 Sports Illustrated for Kids cards. The 4 Sport SI for Kids cards that I have here, we got Mariano Rivera. This one's from 2000, March 2000. Mark McGwire, again from 2000. Got the Frank Thomas. This is early on. This is 1995. Rough shape there. You can see the back torn a little bit, bent creases, but still very cool. And a Scottie Pippen from the same year, 95. Some more interesting baseball cards here. Got a great Metal Universe Caught on the Fly, Chipper Jones. Got a Dave Justice Topps Traded, 1990. Got a Fleer Metal Universe, Orlando Hernandez Building Blocks insert. A Wonder Years Sammy Sosa insert. We got a Denny's Mo Vaughn. Got the lenticular 3D effect there. And a great die cut of Albert Bell, the Star Attractions die cut from Upper Deck. Love that design. A couple really cool football cards. Got the Brett Favre rookie from Fleer Ultra. Great card there. And the Terrell Davis Pro Bowl honors. Man, Pacific had the coolest looking inserts. Topps obviously had the refractors and stuff in the late 90s, mid to late 90s, but man, like the Pacific different background designs are just pretty awesome. There was a bunch of these chip shot football tokens, poker chips. Johnny Morton, Danny Cannell, Ken Norton, Mike Allstott, Fred Barnett, Zach Crockett, Tony Banks, Greg Hill, Sam Gash, Scott Mitchell, Anthony Miller, Kevin Smith, and Kerry Collins. Not sure if there's any value in those. Those are just kind of cool. So I put those aside. And we'll finish it up with some basketball. So out of that SP draft picks or top prospects set, we have a Vince Carter. Thought that was a really cool one. Got a couple of these stickers. Got a couple of these Konica stickers. It says Peninsula Vending. Got a, feels like a thicker like vinyl sticker. It's pretty cool. Phoenix Suns and a Los Angeles Lakers sticker. They look great. Love the background on those. Pretty cool there. Couple really nice 90s inserts. Anthony Hardaway All-Star and a Charles Barkley All-Star. Got a Jason Kidd rookie. I believe it's his rookie. One of the most famous cards in recent history is this Mark Jackson from NBA Hoops, 1990-91. It's got the Menendez brothers there in the background. Of course, we know why they're famous, but kind of a cool little novelty card, but these have a little bit of value. And this one seems to be in pretty good shape. A little bit of a dimple there on the surface there, but yeah, $2 card there. one of the early Kobe cards from Upper Deck Collector's Choice, I believe. This was a perforated card, had 3 cards on it, and I just found this chunk. There's a couple of the other pieces of it, but they were in terrible shape, ripped on the back. This one was actually in decent shape. Pretty cool there. Found that Kobe in there. And to wrap it all up, you heard my son say in the beginning of the video he thought he saw some Michael Jordan, and he was right. There's a few Michael Jordans in here. A nice little base card, Michael Jordan from Upper Deck. 1998-99 Upper Deck. Got the cool SP Phi Beta Jordan insert. Got the Catch 23 in rough shape there, but still Jordan card. And one of my favorite cards is in absolutely terrible shape, but it's the Dunk Rank number 16 Michael Jordan from 92-93 Fleer Ultra. So for $5 at a yard sale, I'd say it was well worth the money that we spent on it. Pretty cool experience to be able to go through that with my son and kind of go through the cards, and he picked out the cards that he wanted to keep, and figured we'd highlight them here. So thanks for watching. As always, keep collecting, have fun, and I'll talk to you soon.